Primo, dynamic duo, dynamic
동전한 입조차 쉽고 일 없어 잠 못 들던 그때보다 조금은 일었어 우리는 바보처럼 몸으로 부딪히면서 배웠어 넘어질 때마다 일었어 다시 고쳤었지 이력서 눈부신 성공의 신바람 잠시나마 불어봤던 휘파람 한 곡도 책 끝나기 전에 그림자처럼 날 따라온 비바람 시기 질투 기대 압박을 못 이긴 몇 번의 실축 자만 나탐 속에 던졌던 말로 홈런을 맞는 실투 다 끝 난가 같았지만 우리 앞길을 막지만 하고 외치며 마음을 다잡곤 했었지 진짜 한치 앞도 안 보이는 가시밭길에서도 절대 유턴 없이 잘 봐라 느리로 의지하면서 둘이 딱 붙어갔지 비극 지극 기가 아프지만 지나고 보면 웃음 나오는 희극 그래서 우린 지금을 참고 살아 난 미쳤다 생각하면서 keep dreaming 희망이란 끈 잡고 살아
이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈 넘고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind 헤야호 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 이 도시에서 멍 때리는 것조차도 사치 버릇처럼 내가 나를 착취해 경추 쪽은 딱딱해지고 의식에 붙은 각질 모두 위맑은 땀 대신 날 적시는 건 진땀이네 잠든 시간에도 문제들이 쌓여 눈 뜨자마자 결정해도 아직 익숙치 않은 타협 시간을 도마 위에 식재료 썰듯 안 하면 하루는 순서가 뒤섞인 음식처럼 망가져 저도 경계하네 공허와 허무 불안감 속에서 상기하네 15년 전 빈 털터리의 여유 억울해도 납득돼 35년간의 필름이 어쩌면 수치 맞은 삶 건축된 우리의 이름이 길르니 어두워지지 않게 서로를 비판하고 세상을 보는 시선 삐딱하게 얼굴에 피어난 주름은 당연해 마치 아파치 no face 평가는 다 끝난 다음에 핵인 인생의 레이스 이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈 넘고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind 헤야호 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 헤야호
뭐 사실 조금 때 같아 내 같아 다니는 건 달라지고 빨라졌지만 결국 가는 데 같아 질리게 겪어도 사랑 때문에 애 같아 이럴 때 보면 나도 아직 애 같아
살기보단 생존하기 바쁜 정수리는 넓어지고 평소가 작아지는 마음 속에 피어나줬으면 해 한 송이의 평화 진흙탕 속의 연화 이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈 넘고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind
And the game won't change, it's the same old thing. And the game won't change, it's the same old thing. Just the same old. Just the same old. Just the same old thing.
You're always gonna have people who don't believe that you're really good at what you do, you know, and that's probably more so because they haven't figured out how to be good at what they know or don't even know how to do, you know. So, you know, that's just what it is. You know, every level you reach, you're going to come against obstacles. And you have to combat those obstacles in order to move forward. It's almost like you're playing a video game. You know what I mean? And then the prize is your sanity. Word.
Ha! Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it. Ha, 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 ha. Come on with it. With it. Come on with it. With it.
Me and you getting it on, don't even go there.
Come on with it.
Once I bring it to you, you won't be safe nowhere.
More levels, more devils. Diesel, airing out the stage like a Neville. Brother, leave you. Dot on your face for no good reason at all. We in a bad place.
Siamo fragili, se tutti ci toccano, siamo fatti di sogni che non ci fanno dormire.
Io non dormo quando ti penso, io non dormo e basta e compenso. Io lo so che siamo uniti, se a capirsi basta il silenzio. Senza te sarai nel vuoto, mentre insieme siamo immortali. Baby, accelero la moto, chiudi gli occhi e spegni i fanali. Vedi, noi siamo la luce insieme, il male che produce il bene. La notte abbassa lo sguardo, che guardarci non gli conviene. Siamo il bianco e siamo il nero, siamo Dio che appare davvero. Siamo piccoli e perfetti, come il mondo visto dal cielo.
Siamo fragili, se tutti ci toccano, siamo fatti di...
Tough matchup tonight. We could very well end up facing these guys in the postseason. So it's important to learn what we can and show them we're not about to back down. If we get it done here, it'll give us that much more confidence if we see them again. The stakes are raising every day at this point, so I better man up.
It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Grizzlies come into town for this one. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us for Noche Latina, the NBA's celebration of the Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg. Going with almost an entire new group here. Brandon Wright's checked in for Randolph. Carter comes in for Barnes. Tony Allen's checked in for Lance Stevenson. And Freak subbed in for Mike Conley. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Holmes in at point guard. Marc Gasol is out there with Wright. And there's Carter. And it's Allen in at the two-guard position. Well, the Spurs just don't go on losing streaks very often, Greg. One perk of being a talented veteran group.
Yeah, how about the Spurs lost 4 games in a row twice last year. Over the last decade before that, Kevin, they had only lost 4 games in a row twice. Unbelievable.
Leonard, no luck.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Here's Holmes, and Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
And a wide open look for Freak. Anderson kicks the Freak. Goes back up. West with the block. They get it back. Holmes and can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. Grizzlies have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts. That free throw missing.
And the missed opportunities for them at the line here early on.
And those can often come back to haunt you, Greg. They've got to focus and really make the most of the chances.
There's 1:47 left to play in the first. Ginobili against Allen. Ginobili kicks to Mills. From past the arc. Good. Mills has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Here's Wright. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Here's Marjanovic. Now Mills. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Here's West. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. 58 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Holmes. Rebounded by the Spurs. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
And hard to say whether it was the game plan defensively that let them down or just the inability to really bring the fire on that side of the ball.
And guys, it was a bit befuddling to me as to why they stuck with it. I mean, they dug themselves a hole and couldn't find the tweaks they needed to get out of it.
Shots good by Mills.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
The Grizzlies have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses early. First one falls for them. The Spurs making a switch here. Diaz checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And here is Ginobili. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Diaw, the screen. Ginobili kicks to Mills. And that. And Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, very demanding. Throughout the years, he was hardest on his point guard, Tony Parker. And here's what Parker had to say about that.
My first 3-4 years, it was tough sometimes. Sometimes, like, eyes watered. I was, like, really angry, and it was tough at times. Definitely very hard on me early in my career.
Even though it seems like that was a very long time ago now, to hear Tony Parker talk about it now, it still sounds very fresh to him.
Did he acknowledge, Kevin, that he cried?
It sounds like it, yeah.
The game made him cry. That's one of the things fans forget about with professional athletes. No matter how successful they get.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. From the sideline. Let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Lakers stepped up to deliver. He ended with 7 points, and he was a free throw machine. A ton of his work done at the charity stripe. A bit of a surprise attack for him, as he is usually just regarded as a role player on his team.
Thanks, Doris. He had a heck of an outing that night, GA.
Yeah, he really did, Kevin. I mean, a very professional performance. Played hard every single second he was on the court.
Guys, that's what we expect from him, and he rarely lets us down, and he certainly didn't let us down that night. Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well. Seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
Clark, looking around the league, there's no team that teams want to play less than the Memphis Grizzlies. They just wear you down.
Well, they play a physical brand of basketball. They play hard. Everybody's on the same page. And even if you beat the Grizzlies, they take a lot out of you in terms of how they try to wear you down.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Holmes.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Picked by West. Mills, that's a two-pointer. Allen with the rebound.
And the Grizzlies played so well against all the other playoff teams. A part of it is that they just have a style that matches up well with anyone. And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Kicks to West. Here's Marjanovic. Anderson with the block. Here's West. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And now the 2K leaderboard. If you want to talk defense and talk block shots, just have a look at these teams, what they've done the last month. Number 5, the Spurs.
They have been racking up the blocks lately. I mean, if they keep this up, they're going to be a very difficult matchup for anybody.
And the Spurs making a change here. Duncan's checked in. That one misses.
You know, that's the thing with the Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, there isn't a team that gives them too much trouble anywhere in the league. They're good at home and on the road. They're used to playing in tight, low-scoring games, and they create that situation with their deliberate style.
Screen by Duncan. Kicks it out to Ginobili. They double-team Ginobili. Lets it go from 14. The shot is off, and Memphis the other way now. Last time they met was in Memphis.
Yeah, really ratcheted up the pressure in their last matchup, getting steals and just creating havoc defensively.
And frankly, I mean, that was sloppy play on the other side's part. But not all of them. They put the screws to them, that's for sure.
West a screen on Allen. And Mills kicks it to West. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. West has got his second bucket tonight. Here's Holmes. And another miss by Memphis. Ginobili. Shot is off. And we finished one half of basketball. Spurs lead by 6. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, David, a great first half that demonstrates a lot of the evolution of this team. As a veteran of this group, can you tell us a bit about the concepts that have helped this cohesion?
You know, we've developed some good habits, creating an identity, but we've just got to continue to try to make the right play every single time, and then the game will speak for itself.
David, thank you. Guys, Coach would point directly to this guy as to what this team is all about.
All right, Doris, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
All right, listen closely, man. I've got a few things to touch on. We're going to turn this from a close game into our game. Continue to have smart possessions. Let's keep the turnovers to a minimum. That was a big boost to our offense. Now, in terms of our looks, we've had some good looks, but I saw us forcing things a bit. If the defense isn't giving you what you want, work for a better opportunity. I want to see our shot selection improve. And just to talk about what we want for the pace of the game, I'd say nice and steady suits us just fine. It doesn't have to be a track meet. If we go out there and show the killer instinct I know we have, this is not a team that can stay with us. Let's up that intensity.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Lance Stephenson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Here's Parker. Getting underway here in the second half. Here's the 5 for Dave Yeager. Handoff is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. Conley out there with Lance Stephenson. And it's Barnes in at the 3. Parker kicks to Duncan. Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
He just picked up his 4th personal foul, and now he's got some foul trouble hanging over his head, guys.
And Memphis making a change here. Anderson's checked in. Leonard on the wing, covered by Barnes. They get it again. Aldridge. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Aldridge has got the first bucket of the 3rd here for San Antonio. Now here's Conley. Barnes passes to Randall. Rebound. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. David West, he's checked in for Duncan. Diaw comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Green. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Marc Gasol checked in for Anderson. Carter comes in for Barnes. Tony Allen's checked in for Lance Stephenson. And Freak subbed in for Mike Conley. Carter dishes to Freak. Shoots from 12 and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Well, what a boost this group has given their teams in the second half of the season with excellent rebounding from the small forward position. The 4th spot held by Kawhi Leonard.
And maybe they're not the biggest or strongest players in the front court, but that hasn't limited their ability to get in there and mix it up and come up with a lot of rebounds night in and night out.
I think you've got to look at their athleticism. I mean, they make up for all the size and bulk they may give away to the post specialists. And really, that's how they're able to compete in there. Athleticism gives them an edge.
Shoots from the high post, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
And another miss by Memphis.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Carter outside. Here's Holmes. It's rebounded by Leonard.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force. Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Looking at the game so far for Freak, he has 8 points, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
And you can't undervalue the importance of that. Many times a game comes down to which team wins the free throw battle. And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's Ginobili with the drive. It's stolen by Allen. Freak with it. He's got 9. Fires the 3. Mills with the rebound. Here's Ginobili. And it would have counted had it.
Here we go, San Antonio. Please give it up. The Spurs.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the... So it's Memphis picking up the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, gentlemen, I'm here with
the 2K Sports